Hi, and welcome to this next 5-minute flare. My name is Tim Anderson, and I'm from the TMWC Activity Professional Academy. Today, we are talking about consulting beyond compliance. When I first started working in the consulting world, I immediately became nervous about the regulatory side of consulting. It was daunting to me how many regulations there were in long-term care, and honestly, I wasn't really sure that this is where I wanted to focus. It just seemed to be what everybody else was doing at the time. Well, since that time, I have learned a great deal more about compliance in all types of long-term care communities and have developed a lot of confidence in this area. What I have discovered is that consulting can actually look like whatever you want it to look like. Teaching and coaching have been part of my work for years, and my goal has been to help activities professionals be the best versions of themselves in their field. I started off by offering training and education for activities professionals to help them establish themselves as leaders, and then I've done this through both the MEPAP and my own training programs. I've even done it through one-to-one teaching. My recent work has been through individual and group coaching sessions for activities professionals in the field who need new ideas to improve their skills with maybe writing proposals or designing activities calendars, even integrating new activity programs into their communities. I've even helped with building their confidence regarding care planning writing. Another aspect of my consulting is to provide some specific activities programs for communities that may not have as many specialized activity staff, and my focus in this area has been creative programs as well as music and art. What I especially love about doing this is that it helps me to stay connected to working with residents and participants. Some of the ways that my consulting has grown over the years. If you're thinking about doing consulting work, here's some other things that you might focus on. Maybe documentation and assessment coaching, or in-service and orientation creation for activities professionals, or policies and procedure writing, or job description design, or even volunteer program design. Maybe you focus on activity facilitation or just general program design. The list certainly goes on, and it's true that compliance certainly factors into many of these things, but it is not the only part of it. As the consultant, you get to choose what aspect of these things that you focus on. I'd also recommend connecting with other consultants who like the compliance part of things, and then that allows you to focus on the best practices. And as a result, you get a great team approach in your work. So how do you determine what your consulting should look like? To answer this, while it might sound a little hokey, I invite you to look within yourself. What do you love to do? What's your favorite part of the activity process? What do other people tell you that you're good at? What are people thanking you for at your community? What special skills do you have? What areas of long-term care do you feel need support? Do you have a preference of what part of long-term care you want to direct your attention to? For example, I particularly work with adult day health and assisted living. Do you want to work with residents? Do you want to work with the administration or the direct care providers? On a more practical level, do you want to work online or offline? What kind of schedule do you want to have? Do you want to travel? Do you want to stay in the same area? Do you want to speak at events? Do you want to create training for other practitioners? What's important is that you take some time to really think about where you want your consulting to go, to create a vision for your work and a strategy for creating that reality. And that's a topic for a whole other flare. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.